Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Daemonum, that shining beacon of light in the heart of the underworld and city to free demons, and welcome to another episode of the stream here in Daemonum Arena. Good evening. So, today's the day. Yesterday, Guild Wars 2 released the Isles of Janthier expansion, and today is the day that I'm going to start getting into it, because, well, this is the next day that I streamed. So, here we are. Before I get into that, though, I do want to say that in 10 days' time, on the 31st of August, we are going to be having a Multi-World Madness. Once again, the end of the month, the final Saturday, we reserve here for getting together with a bunch of friends and dealing with a chaotic multi-world randomizer. And as of now, we have still 6 folks showing interest. That number can always increase the day of. As it stands, we have Kagan, Mako, and Lucas Yoshino coming along with us, as well as 2 newcomers, Matthias Silvers and Vector Vibes, who have shown interest in joining. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the 2 new players deal with the vibe going forward. Beyond that, though, I think everything should be in its place. I should also point out that there are in fact drops enabled, so if you sit here, admittedly I'm going to be going for about 3.5-ish hours here. However, if you across Twitch watch 10 hours of Guild Wars 2 content, you can get all 5 drops that are available. Some of them range from things like an emote to some new wardrobe things, and I believe there's even a pet in there that you can get your hands on if you so choose. But all of that information aside, let's get to the game proper and see what shakes loose. And just in case I have folks join me, I will go ahead and unlock that. Everything else appears to be working as intended, so let's get to it. With our dear friend Sykes Millig, who has been through every expansion and every Living World season. This man has seen literally everything. And now he's going to go see the Isles of Janthier. This should be fun, especially considering it's been a little while since I played Revenant. And in particular, Renegade Revenant. Yeah. We'll see how rusty I am. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be very rusty. I have been spending a lot of time on my engineer my engineer alt. That having been said, considering I just downloaded a new expansion, things are probably going to take a while to boot. Not to mention, when I get to the maps, they're probably going to be absolutely jam-packed. Ooh, boy. I apologize in advance for what might turn into a slideshow, depending on how many people are there and how many graphics are going off. Because it's Guild Wars 2. Ah, yes. Meanwhile, welcome to the Wizard's Tower. Part of the Secrets of the Obscure expansion. That said, I have everything unlocked. I could, if I wanted to, change to Herald or Vindicator too. But I don't really want to, so I'm not gonna. Meanwhile, story journal. Janthier Wilds. The Tyrian Alliance. Nations of Tyria come together in a historic meeting. Read the letter of summons. All right. Dear Pact Commander, following the aftermath of the demonic attacks on our cities, political leaders of this world have decided to act. I would like to discuss the first summit of the Tyrian Alliance at your earliest convenience. Countess Anise and I will be awaiting for you in Divinity's Reach. Sincerely, Queen Jenna of Kryta. Sounds like a plan to me. I have a cheap way to get there. It's not necessarily a fast way, but it's a cheap way. Well, is it cheap if I spent real-world money on it? In my defense, it wasn't a lot. Though, out of my defense, I have spent a fair bit on this game. And yet, none of it went to my gold. We go to... Oh, wow. They actually have portals. Ooh, they added that. That's new. We're going to Divinity's Reach. Hey, look, it's the humans' homeworld. Well, humans' home kingdom? Yeah, that's the way of putting it. Although I suppose Holdbrack isn't, nor is Radasum kingdom. Black Citadel kind of is. The Grove isn't either. Kingdom isn't really a nice name for it. Home City? Home City. The only one that's a kingdom is Divinity's Reach, come to think of it. Ride our faithful steed into the summit.
Apologies, Commander. Her Majesty is occupied. I've been asked to direct you to Countess Anise instead.
Well, once you appear, I will find my way.
I feel strong.
There you are. I'm getting ahead of the loads, getting ahead of the server loads here. Countess Anise.
Commander. Too long.
Countess, the pleasure is mine. I thought I was meeting with the Queen.
My liege is indisposed. I appreciate your flexibility.
Oh, I hope all is well. Hate to see even more flippancy tossed at her feet.
I can certainly hope, but I'm afraid drama clings to her like a bad smell. Good luck washing the linens. But that's unimportant. For now. On my queen's behalf, I would like to extend an invitation. The first meeting of the Tyrian Alliance will be commencing in Lion's Arch. We would like to see you there.
The Tyrian Alliance?
Correct. Might be stuffy, but I expect some interesting developments. The world is changing. We know this. Between the demon attacks, Suwan and Aurene, we woke up to a very different world. Now, let's hope everyone is willing to keep it in one piece. Before I forget, your invitation.
To the esteemed Pact Commander, it is with the highest respect that the founding committee of the Tyrian Alliance would like to invite you to join our organization of trust and dignity. We hoped for a brighter tomorrow after the passing of Suwan marked a new era for Tyria, but something pushed back on that hope when a series of demonic attacks left our people and our homes in peril. Although these attacks have recently waned, their source has not yet been discovered, and until it has, we are vulnerable. But from that vulnerability, something else was born: awareness. Leaders started speaking with leaders. Nations, once impaired by archaic rivalries, have suddenly become allies, or are on their way. Pain was shared as readily as food. After we survived the fight against the Elder Dragons, surely the next threat to rise in their place would not stop us, and it has not stopped us. As leaders talked, we realized that it was time again to try our hand at unity. Not all will agree, and we certainly have our critics, but peace isn't made overnight. Thus, the Tyrian Alliance was formed. Commander, you have been a constant glimmer of hope in these times of ire. You've impacted each of our lives in immeasurable ways. It is for that reason you are invited to join us in Lion's Arch for a celebration of trust. The Alliance may be new, but with time it will become something truly admirable and productive. For Tyria, for all of us. With support of the Tyrian Alliance's founding committee, Queen Jenna of Kryta. Attend the meeting in Lion's Arch. Ooh, cool. Well, happy to have this quick portal. I'm actually kind of surprised that loaded as quickly as it did. Of course, it's also background loading a bunch of stuff. Like the entire bridge. The Tyrian Alliance Guild Initiative Headquarters.
Ready for anything.
I want to think, but isn't this where you actually make your player-intended guilds?
Hold it. Name?
Your mom.
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
That's a throwback.
It's a big job.
Greet Anise and Malice. Oh, Malice Sword Shadow.
Malice, Anise, this thing's really shaping up, isn't it?
No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
And nerve-wracking.
Everyone is comforted that
Okay.
you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
Here we go.
Oh, Yumi.
You're modest.
Empress Ian?
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
Kaith, Queen Jenna. Lion Guard here. Bram, Scardy. Counselor Ludo. Invitation to the Tyrian Alliance. Is this the same? No, it's a different one, apparently. To the great house of the Dominion of Winds, it is with the highest respect that the founding committee of the Tyrian Alliance would like to invite the Tengu of the Dominion to join our organization of trust and dignity. We hope for a brighter tomorrow after the passing of Suwon marked a new era for Tyria. Something pushed back, a series of demonic attacks left our people and our homes in peril. There's definitely some boilerplate. From that vulnerability, something else was born. Awareness, as leaders talked, realized it's time to try again our hand to unity. Although we've yet to be formally acquainted, this is new. We hope that you'll look to the aid we shared as the war against Jormag grew bitter and bloody. Should the great house be interested, we would be honored if one of your own could join us in Lion's Arch for our inaugural summit. You may send whichever representative you feel is appropriate. With the support of the Tyrian Alliance's founding committee, Queen Jenna of Kryta. Interesting. So for those of you that don't know, I'm going to take a moment. They are talking to the Tengu that live on this island that is sealed off from this bridge in the center of the map. At one point, we assisted them by attempting to protect their land from the forces of Jormag trying to encroach from the bridge. Counselor Ludo. Oh boy. Form 0517B. Office of the Arcane Council, Form 0517B, Research Disclosure. Name Counselor Ludo. Reason official. Purpose of research. The bottom of the sheet is covered in scribbles and doodles. Whoever filled this out was very, very bored. Alright, I'll bite.
Counselor Ludo. That's a lot of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense, most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
Little competition never hurt anyone. Much.
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
Yeah, let's hope that isn't, well, actually, come to think of it, technically, the Canthan technological advancements were, in fact, inspired by the Inquest. Details? Who else is here? This place is pretty. Oh, Krisha. Wait. Krisha's here. Where's Ritlock?
Commander, good to see you.
Lot of big names in this crowd.
Certainly beats interrogations and trial preparations.
Vangar?
Who else?
Oh, boy.
We'll save that headache for opening remarks. I'm eager to put it behind us. Hasn't made things easy, though.
Yeah.
The Dominion lives. Their numbers are just depleted.
I don't envy your workload.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose. They're the new Flame Legion, basically. Flame Legion became allies, and then the Dominion kind of took their place as Detractor Char. Char's work is never done. Keen. Been a long time, my dear. I really hope that smile of yours is as blinding as I remember. The Queen sends you and Leonie her best. While I wish, I wrote on mundane terms, we have another favor to ask of you. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen and the founding members of the Tyrian Alliance, we'd like to formally request use of your organization's headquarters for our forthcoming summit. I think you can guess the details, especially after the demon attacks. Given our members' importance, we're seeking an establishment located in neutral territory to hold our inaugural meet. You know better than most how fragile trust can be when the negotiation table has a dagger sticking out of it. But despite the circumstances, the air is quite temperate this time. No daggers either. The first summit could be tense, but I can assure you the building will withstand the event just fine. Maybe I jumped the fence a little quickly, but I've already spoken to Magnus about securing the Lion Guard in anticipation. They'll be stationed outside at all times, which should be far less daunting to the locals than 80 guardsmen from 12 different standing armies. The city's security will be heightened that day just to be safe. We've come a long way since the treaties. Dougal. I'm not known to daydream, but I wouldn't let Her Majesty hold council with a room full of ulterior motives and competing personalities if I didn't think the risk was worth the reward. I've woken up too many mornings dreading news of more death and destruction. I'm tired of it. Thankfully, everyone else is too. When the paragraph swirls before your eyes, dispersing like dye in water. Must be some sort of mesmer illusion. Whatever it says, this last part is for Dougal's eyes only. I look forward to a prompt and positive response. Countess Anise. Interesting. Hey, Grisha also moved. Ah, Dougal Keen. You here for the Alliance meeting? It's downstairs. Are you not joining? Letting them use the building is enough participation for me. Not huge on politics. But hey, I'm not arguing with the gifts they've brought. Canthan spices, dried fruit from Ilona. Diplomacy has some tasty perks. More of a consolation prize than a perk. Everything's long down there, will you? Will do, Dougal. But I also want to see where everybody is and what they're doing. Ooh. I'm nosy, it's what I am. I don't get in here very often. This place is pretty. Alright, I'll leave you alone for now. Be up on the landing. Okay, there's another invite. Maybe it's a different set.
I achieved things.
Meeting
I'm an
notes.
achiever.
Huh. Oh, okay. Interesting. To the Arcane Council. Uh-huh. It is with the highest respect the founding committee of the Tyrian Alliance would like to invite the Arcane Council as representatives of Rada Sum to join our organization of trust and dignity. We would be nowhere without the Asuran technologies that kept us safe in times of trauma, or the weapons your people raised to protect our world. Should you be interested in joining our cause, we leave the task of designating one of your own to represent the Arcane Council and the Asura in our forthcoming summit. With support of the Tyrian Alliance's founding committee, Queen Jenna of Kryta. So yeah, there's boilerplate, but they each get their own particular mention. That's cool. Hey, Kaith.
Kaith, what are you doing here?
Commander, I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Kaith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our
Firstborn
people
Dagonet.
thrive after everything we've endured.
I empathize with your pain. How are you doing after Aurene?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Kaith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
Any step forward is a positive one.
I would imagine that when you realize that your original purpose was to be the followers of an elder dragon, the fact that the Pale Tree was able to get in the way of that and curtail that destiny is definitely powerful. Bram.
Commander! Bram! What happened?
Graham is representing Kragstead, acting as my own advisor.
Bram? Your advisor? Someone died.
Talk all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups, and the next I'm... well, here.
You? Leading an entire village? I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, our boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bram. Air would be proud.
I'm happy for him.
Hello again. It is a genuine pleasure to see a familiar face in unfamiliar lands.
Welcome, Commander. I'm glad to finally have a meeting under less dire circumstances.
An empress and a queen. Dangerous combination.
Queen Jenna has been instrumental in Cantha's integration. I'm eager for these meetings to commence.
All I've done is make introductions.
With every trade organization and leader between the Shiver Peaks and the unending ocean. Such modesty. I'm hoping that today is productive, if not educational.
The latter, I can promise.
Yeah, I suppose you got a point there. Especially because I'm involved. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh! Captain Ellen Keel. Blossom Mariner, Creature Stoneglow. Edison Niece. So that's where Queen Jenna's gonna stand. Ludo will stand here. Oh! Spear Marshal Zaim and Chief Counselor Iman. Calidra Sparrowhawk, that would be from the island that I pointed to earlier. Who else is going to show up? I, as the commander, take this podium. Who's missing? I suppose Kaith and Dagonet. Bram and Scardy. But I think there's one set left. What am I missing? Empressine and Ayumi. That would track. I believe that covers everybody.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council. Please, to your places.
That's some impressive sound design.
We've quite a bit to cover. First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island. We approve.
That's a throwback.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it.
Ludo. Decide our topic for the delegation to discuss. Wow, there are definitely choices. Let's discuss the state of the Sylvari.
I am firstborn Dagonet. Kaith and I have ventured from the Grove to represent the Sylvari. The Pale Tree sends her regards. Her healing has been a slow process, but her spirits remain bright and focused on our growth. Our people experienced a deep wound when Mordramoth rose and fell. As a people, we have many questions about where we come from, what purpose we serve following the Elder Dragon's death. Who are we as a society? Many have decided to leave our home in search of these answers. Finding direction and purpose, that is our focus. As the Pale Tree heals, so do the rest of us.
I'd like to hear updates on Bangar's trial.
Krisha, Imperator of the Blood Legion and elected representation from the Char. I'd be lying if I said tensions weren't high at the Citadel. With Bangar's trial nearing, another civil war isn't impossible. Even behind bars, Bangar commands respect from his most loyal. Although weakened, the Dominion is still a threat. However, the Imperators are mostly aligned. Imperator Malice of the Ash Legion joins me today in support.
Indeed.
Ephraim sends his. You may have heard the whispers, but there are calls for another Con-Ur to rise. The Imperators don't disagree. But the Trial of Embers will wait. Until we've decided Bangar's fate. That is our first priority.
The gears are rolling in my head because Rytlock isn't here. He has to be dealing with things back in the Citadel, and are things going the direction I think they might be? Time will tell. Let's hear about relations between Cantha and the Asura.
Counselor Ludo of the Arcane Council. I'll keep it brief. As you can
Thank
observe,
you.
I am the only present representative from the Council. We are experiencing growing pains. Cantha's prowess threw us for a loop. I may be alone in this thinking, but about damn time. For a long while, the Council has lazily relied on Asuran Magitech superiority. We've become complacent, our research secondary. I, and a few others, have been advocating for a more productive integration into the global sector. No disrespect intended, but Cantha's advancements on our designs? Well, frankly, it's insulting. Our knowledge is still unmatched.
An interesting choice of words. Know that I enjoy competition. In fact, I encourage it.
As do I. My first significant motion on the Arcane Council has been to eliminate any restrictions on admittance into the Asuran colleges. Our next focus will be on global equitable information exchange. That's all. For now.
I'd like to discuss updates from the Norn.
I am Scotty, son of Newt Whitebear. Sends his best. Old man just can't say no to a good brawl. Expected to heal just fine. Just as our people are healing. Unsure of how to approach the spirits. How we can help them. If we can help them.
The Sylvari share in your pain. The Pale Tree. That's been a process.
Aye. Looking ahead has been our focus. Our scouting parties have returned to the far north to explore the villages and homesteads cut off from Hobrick for decades. We've also got eyes on the sons of Svanir. Rather, what remains of them. Most fell with Jormag. Those that remain... broken. Lost. If we can offer any rehabilitation, we will. But we won't welcome more violence to Hobrick.
How's the Canthan integration with Tyria going?
Esteemed leaders, I am thankful to have met a few of you before. Queen Jenna has made many of these introductions. For those of you I have not met, I am Empress Yin of Cantha. I was advised to send a liaison in my stead, but I wanted to show the face of the Empire. Cantha's integration into Tyrian politics has not been swift or easy. But it is considered our greatest priority in the wake of the Elder Dragon event. Our people are largely united in wanting, but like all nations, an underbelly of resistance remains. However, I want to pull us from the murk and into the light. Cantha's technologies are vast, some might say superior, and I firmly believe that we offer something unique. And clearly share similar passions with our neighbors. Together, imagine what we could accomplish. While we are focused on diplomacy, we've had a secondary goal of enlisting archivists from across continents. Our libraries and history texts are woefully dated.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Elona and Cantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground.
One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank.
No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus?
And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information?
Tone.
I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the queen has spoken.
Oh boy.
Enough!
Whoa. Hi, Asgaren. Wasn't expecting that.
I see the triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin?
Oh.
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
Frode.
And Frode, Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen. If you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting.
Oh boy.
Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse.
It was a hell of an
Wayfinder,
entrance.
Under duress, as always.
Wayfinder. Ah. Should have known you had a leg in this race.
Admittedly, there was a bit of a misadventure. I'll try talking to them. Help settle down the delegates. Commander, while I have certainly had my fair share of life-altering realizations, I'd still like to know what this is all about. Should I be concerned? No need for concern, Dagonet. The Astral Ward have much to offer to the Alliance. Isgarin. I know that name from the people of Garanov. But what is going on? Keel, call the Lion Guard. No need for Lion Guard. Isgarin and Frode came in peace. They'll explain. Isgarin is a seer, is he not? Navan had shared much of her historical knowledge with me. I would not have expected that any seers still existed, let alone to have one appear right in front of us. Only one left. If you know them, then you'll know he's here as an ally. Cryptus, the Astral Ward, and a seer? You knew about all of this, and you didn't tell me? Who would I be to burden you further? Aren't you up to your ears in paperwork? Commander, who are these strangers barging in? I want answers now, before my fists go looking for them. Calm, Skardi. They're friends. Hear them out, please. I have a bad feeling about this. Who is he? Beings using such powerful and ancient magic have not historically boded well for the people of Elona. This time, the ancient being is on our side. Isgarin wants to help Tyria. Who is Isgarin? What is Isgarin? I have never seen one like him before. Is he the same as those exalted who helped defend the Ares walls from Yormag? They both float. Isgarin's a seer. Like the exalted, though, he's here to help us. Oh boy.
Ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
They've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma and lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance.
Hell of one.
I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The Ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that.
I joined their fight. The Cryptus
Cold
have
under
been
this bus.
contained.
I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su One passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. We are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment, and likely more, We glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
Oh, that paints things in a different light.
Summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm. We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons.
I will answer all of your questions, but this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
Interesting. Keith, Ian, and Ludo are all sitting together.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
Keel, Chief Counselor Iman, Scotty Knutson, Bram Erson, Spear Marshal Zaim, Ayumi and Kalidris. That's got to be an interesting conversation.
Look at them over there. Can I assume they're scheming?
No, Counselor. Assumptions are very often incorrect. We'll have plenty of time to ask our questions. And I have some for you, as we were tasked.
Queen, Sgaran,
Before the Arcane
Krisha.
Council, my research says that you were the Dean of Statics.
I am the Dean of Statics. If I dedicated all of my time to the Council, my brain would melt and drip onto the floor.
Such a waste.
And busy. You remind me of my sister. Say, you and I should plan a visit. We're supposed to be making friends after all. I would love to host you in our labs. I'm very curious to see how they stand up to such a precise eye.
If they stand. I would love to give you my assessment, Empress. And I'm also happy to waive my consultation fees in good faith.
Jesus, Ludo.
Good faith indeed. I see you two are getting along.
Thanks for being a peacekeeper here, Keith. Chief Counselor Iman.
My people have recently begun early exploration of Dizlana. The dragon brand is weakening
Oh.
all these years later. Dangerous place. Rampant with harpies. I don't see them helping us. Perhaps the Hecate?
Whoa.
I've only been to the ruins of Foreigner, parts of Korna. I should visit more of Alona.
Anorn and
When you
Alona.
call Dizlana dangerous, what do you mean?
You've been to the best tourist attractions at least. You should visit. Dizlana is taxing. Harpies are dominant, which makes it hostile territory. But my people used to hide in the mountains.
Right.
We have records and rumors of temples, settlements. I don't know if anything waits for us there, but it's worth looking.
Sounds like the Greater North. Homesteads long displaced by Jormag's storm.
Definitely a similarity.
No telling if there are any survivors.
We defeat the Elder Dragons, and this is our reward. The scraps of what used to be.
Yeah, we have to rebuild. It's an unfortunate truth, but we're still moving forward. Oh, Dagonet's here
So you've
too.
met before.
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the Forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
Yeah.
The Cryptus may be controlled or contained, but my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger, but I suspect something draws closer. and we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can.
So you've numbers, then?
Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Heal. Nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise.
On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthier.
Janthier. A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The Lowland Coden.
My father spoke of them briefly.
Right.
They left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Isgarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes. Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send ward to your aid. All your aid. The ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Direct
Blessing
connection to
granted.
Divinity's Reach?
I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
Huh. Well, this is some interesting proceedings. Risha and Malice.
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Admittedly.
Krisha, think I'm going with the commander to Janthier. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Coden, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An Imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.
Tyrian Alliance completed. A theory gearbox.
You can never have too much treasure.
Mastery point earned. Warclaw amount, low law Coden, and homesteading. Interesting. I have so many mastery points to spend, but I don't have the experience points to unlock things yet. I need to get back into that. Large dash of Ursus Oblige. Carefully crafted by the Kodan, these coins are valued by Kodan and collectors alike. Find them charming. Oops. Oh, that was a lot of experience. That's going to nothing. Nice. Travel to the Royal Palace in Divinity's Reach. Back to Div's Reach. Another thing that I've been working towards is getting the portal out to Cantha. That'd be nice to have, but that needs to go to Arborstone.
Welcome to the Guild Initiative headquarters. Come in. We'll get you registered.
Have I done this? I think I've done this one before, but I'm going to do it again. Oh, imagine that. I actually hadn't done that one yet. Oh, let me land. Made it. Right. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. I have the portal to Arborstone. And to the Wizard's Tower. Sweet. Speak with Anise. Hold on. Did not tell me to come here. I must have misread something there. Hmm? Where they have me going? Oh. This is a place I don't go to very frequently. Hello. Ah. That would be to the Wizard's Tower then.
Prompt, as expected. Welcome, Commander. The gateway is active. I've word that Malice will meet you there. Got a glimpse of the place myself. Frode gave the Queen a proper tour. He'll be expecting you, too. Though, between friends, their definition of camp is sweet. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable.
You should see the Wizard's Tower.
You are quite adapted to them, aren't you? How are you feeling about the mission, then?
Taking a wait-and-see approach. This is uncharted territory, and Janthier has quite the reputation. Venturing into Janthier to befriend Coden. Not how I envisioned that first big step.
Diplomacy is a fine craft, Commander. And making allies requires an artisan. Oh, before you depart, do we prefer Wayfinder or Commander now?
For you? I don't know if you calling me anything but Commander would sound natural.
Old habits die hard, I suppose.
Do what we must.
Good luck.
Ashore portal to Moon Camp. Unknown territory. Pretty.
Wayfinder, the guest of honor. Welcome to Moon Camp. Vanak, if you don't remember. Fought with you against the Cryptus and Omnitas.
This is what you call a camp.
The Astral Ward? Subtle. Not a chance. Good to see you closer to ground, though. I volunteered to help with the integration. Long overdue that we got involved in Tyrian affairs. More publicly, that is. Got a few things to atone for.
Commander, Vanak was just giving us the lay of the land. dangerous place, Janthier. Eager to scope it out.
I am as well. There's something about the atmosphere here that wilts my senses.
I didn't realize you were joining us too, Kaith.
On Dagonet's order, he didn't go into much detail about the Pale Tree's status. And perhaps it's not my place to say, but her recovery has been slower than we expected. Some days she seems weaker than the day before. We search for a remedy. The Astral Ward knows magic, and ancient magic at that. I'm hoping we can form a connection with you.
I do too, for what it's worth. And all help is good in these parts. Janthier is a nasty place to get lost. But before you touch ground, Frode wanted to speak with you, Wayfinder. Seemed urgent enough to prioritize.
Right. I'll track him down.
I see. Before I get into that, though, I want to get a good look at this camp. Because, subtle. Very subtle. Oh, I've got some things to read. Oh, an Astral Chin. Town record 1069 AE. Saul D'Alessio. That's a name I remember. Agatha DeVry. Colm R. Dubois. Maura Haig. Rhea Ingram. Elwyn Klein. Laurent Klein. Penelope Klein. Cordelia Mays and Cosmos Mays. Huh. Frode. Hate to report back with next to nothing, but most of our research on the Isles lived and died in Mabon's head. His Garen has most of Mabon's journals set aside for himself. I'll see if I can work on that. Most everything else is code or scraps. I did manage to pull some information on a village called Gavril. It's fixed, or was, somewhere in the southernmost isle. The single town record we have in the library is dated 1069 AE. You'll never guess whose name is on it either. Saul D'Alessio. Doesn't that just brighten your day? We know how that story ended. Good riddance to the bastard. But it should make for an interesting excavation. At least this will be a fine opportunity to get hands-on with the area. First time in centuries the region wasn't explicitly under Mabon's watch. Didn't even take me. I'll send you whatever else I can find if I do. Galrath. P.S. Appreciate the desk work. Not eager to make new friends after the last few months I've had. Sitting at a table for a few hours, reading some books, and then taking a long tea break is just what these bitter bones needed. Saul D'Alessio. I know that name is familiar. And it's bugging me enough that I'm honestly considering. They had that in the wiki? They have characters in it? They do. Saul D'Alessio, the founder of the White Mantle. That's right. That bastard. White Mantle are detractors of Kryta. They basically want humanity to rise above all others, like they seem to think that's at all possible. It's quaint and stupid. Frode!
I trust you're getting some sleep in between missions.
I used to be in charge of Moon Camp before Levente named me Warden.
Something must be serious to pull the Warden from Omnitas.
You know us well. It's true. The Lowland Coden will be fine allies of Queen Jenna and the Tyrian Alliance. That is no lie. They know these lands better than most. Janthier and the northern stretches are formidable. How much did you learn of Waiting Sorrow during your time in Omnitas?
Waiting Sorrow? Your missing wizard? Not a lot, besides the fact that she created the Heart of the Obscure.
Indeed. I've never met her, of course, as she's been missing since before Ascalon burned to the ground.
Jesus, that's a long
This
time
must stay
ago.
between us, for now. But we suspect that she's hiding among the Coden.
You want me to find her?
What?
It isn't a burden on your shoulders alone. The Ward is here to support in whatever way we can. But, yes.
She'd be positively anxious by now.
Is she dangerous?
She's very capable. For your own safety, expect resistance. I wish I knew more. Between us, Wayfinder, all conversation about her turns Isgarin more conspiratorial than usual.
Then I'll keep my guard up.
Interesting.
Good. For what it's worth, Dagda doesn't agree with him. She was also Waiting Sorrow's closest friend, so there's bias. But that's all I've got, so I'll leave you to it. Get to know the region. We'll set out in search of the Coden soon as well. They've been known to homestead along the Delta and the coastline. They'll build for 100 or so years, then move. Unsure of their exact position, but I imagine we're close. We portaled Moon Camp here to avoid scaring the locals.
Probably more subtle than flying it over the bay. Good call.
Stalwart Hart pulled some research noting they're not especially keen on magic. A floating building may cause alarm. But, good luck. I'll be here to guide you as I can. Ward's busy with the reacclimation. It's going to be a long process.
Rejoin your allies outside, but first...
How are things with the Ward?
Fine. Tense. Isgarin wanted to lock our doors and go back into hiding, but that's just not an option for us. We have 100 fractal inhabitants taking up residence in Omnitas, and I doubt they want to stay. They're sitting in a limbo of our making. And that's just one problem.
Are you going to get the Alliance involved? Probably a smart move.
I think we have to. Lear agrees. He strongly agrees. Isgarin's worried that the world will think us monsters, which is a fair fear, but our actions aren't above critique.
Fair.
I'm airing my angst. Suffered a few long nights, but we're moving in the right direction. Don't let me distract you.
Yeah, there's definitely things that are going to raise some eyebrows in what you've done. Not having an outside perspective for several hundred years didn't really help that much.
Any brilliant insights from Frode, Commander?
He and I caught up and talked about the Coden. We're not exactly sure where they're settled today, but they're likely close. Astral Ward research also says that they're a little distrustful of magic. We'll want to keep that in mind.
Sounds like we've plenty to strive for, then. We should get moving. I don't know this region.
I'd recommend taking it slow. When we call Janthir treacherous, we mean it.
Alright, now they're following us. Nifty.
How big is Janthir?
Huge. Practically in Krytus still. But the deltas are considered a part of the Isles due to their climate and flora. It stretches far to the north, running parallel to the northern Shiver Peaks, as far as modern maps are concerned. The Isles and Bay make up most of the occupied territory, with some coastal regions lining the mainland. There is even a small human outpost on the Isles, but it's long abandoned now. Don't know a lot about it.
Not a good place to be, then.
Janthir Bay. Janthir Gravis, Highland Shore. Janthir. We're stationed here by the deltas, the lowland shore. They are actually doors and not just walls. And open.
That's a Cryptus axe. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Yep. Moon Camp operated in the area during the attacks. Eparch's grunts were poking at something here. Never figured out what.
Given Janthir's history, I imagine there are any number of things a demon could be drawn to. Not especially inspiring, though.
Currently have Moon Camp settled on the northernmost shore of Janthir, not far from the Ashlands. Cryptus everywhere. At least we're far enough away from the main populations to not worry much about civilian casualties. Supposed to be some Khodan nearby, but I think they're currently living in their southern settlement. Given what intel we do have on them, I suspect they're not going to need much help from us either way. Anything that chooses to live in Janthir is probably tough as Delgemore steel. The Cryptus are swarming at the shoreline, pointed towards the Isles. They never cross over, though. Not sure if that's by choice. Not sure I want to know either. Mabon's got the Isles covered, and I've got plenty to kill. Camp leader Wilford. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Oh, Robin Talon.
That's a Valraven Talon. Nasty beast. The ward has little documentation, aside from a few first-hand accounts. A few travelers come through Janthir, stay away from them at all costs.
Imagine that. I have something stuck in my teeth. It's kind of annoying me, sorry. Mersat.
A lot of things come to Janthir to hide from the rest of Tyria. That's why the Mersat built Bava Nisos here. Though, that place is all ruins and storms now. Hard to get close.
Bava Nisos? What's that?
Former Mersat city. Fixed in the middle of the Isles. Been abandoned for a long time. Don't think I'd want to go anyway. Mabon told me about it. Didn't sound all that hospitable. He went back from time to time. Memories, I imagine. Or guilt.
Both, possibly. Was in fact the last Mersat, at least that we know of.
That's how it's done.
Restricted area Bava Nisos. Mabon and his Garen have placed research restrictions on the Janthir Isles in the city of Bava Nisos. Research may commence from a distance, but given the present Mersat influence and danger in the region, all travel to and from Janthir must be explicitly approved by Mabon. Travel to the Isles themselves is prohibited. While the Isles themselves are considered too dangerous for ward interference, the mainland regions within the territory are free for exploration so long as permission is granted and caution is utilized. A handful of peaceful, smaller societies live in the mainland coastal regions, should be treated with the same caution as any non-Astral Ward entity. Ward and Terran.
What can you tell us about the history of this place?
Oh, former home of the Mersat, and later the White Mantle. From my research, there's been very little activity in recent years.
Correct. Aside from the Khodan, only a few other groups have called it home. Some centaur tribes, trolls, creatures that keep to themselves. And the Isles are another story. I recommend you read up on it. A lot of blood has been spilled here.
Yeah, that's very freaking true. Will you allow me to read that? No. Uncharted wilderness outside of Moon Camp. You want me to go out there? How brave. How bold.
It's so quiet.
Reminds
say
me
that.
of Drizzlewood. Abundant vegetation. I wonder how much of this is edible.
Good question.
I learned a long time ago not to eat strange plants. Now, where should we go first?
Sounds like something to be determined by a wayfinder.
Inspect notable features of the forest. Wolves! The wolves immediately get my attention. Wow. All things considered, these wolves are rather docile. Reaching a boundary there, boss. Oh. The freaking chain. That's so subtle.
More to explore.
The Bjorn Thicket.
We should follow that stream. See where it leads.
Rabbit? I mean, the local area at the very least feels rather idyllic.
Janthiri flora is fascinating. And probably very toxic.
Potentially. Janthiri bee. Bees, you say? Ow. That's a big bee. Big. Pollen pheromones. Cliff face. Old growth pine.
Goodness, look at you.
Yeah, it's...
This is a very old tree.
Yeah.
Imagine the stories it could tell us. Standing tall and strong, protecting the smaller growth.
Eyes up, Keith.
Oh, an ambush.
Strong. Ordnance incoming!
Well, okay. That just happened all around us. Ooh. That's fast moving water. Wouldn't want to land in that.
It may be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
That's one word for it. I wonder where the flow of water will take us.
Don't think I want to learn the hard way. This is some interesting land massing, I will say.
Watch out for the cliff. Wouldn't make for a nice fall.
Never mind the cliff. Watch
Very
out.
sheer. Ah. Oh, Valraven.
We are Legion! Freedom must be earned, not given!
those things?
Must be Valraven. Talons look just like the one Vinox showed us.
Ward, I need assistance now! Alchemy! It won't calm!
Treacherous, eh?
Better check it out.
Respond to the Astral Ward distress call. On my way. Uncle Woodland.
Together, everyone.
What has them so riled up?
Iboga. Invasive Iboga. As in, these aren't meant to be here.
Strong.
Attacking on sites so close to a populated camp is concerning behavior.
Bet it has something to do with that distress call.
Reasonable take.
Oh, don't like that.
And from quite a large beast, I imagine.
Yeah, looking like it. Not too fond of that. Oh, those are big.
Footprints and more claw marks. Chase them away from camp.
Hmm.
Blood. We better hurry.
Anyone! Help us!
Come on.
Okay, that's a really good sound design moment, by the way. Oh, I wonder. Probably shows up after the event then. Warpaw. Ow.
Blood Legion, see it done!
Alright, that's it.
Cast down the oppressors! Maintain eye contact and be firm. The rest of you follow as we guide. The creature is vulnerable. Again, we don't seek to kill it unless absolutely necessary.
Who are you?
Outlander, use this breeze.
That feels good.
Who are you? Curious garbs you wear. Perhaps something sturdier would do you better in
Coden.
these parts. Which of you is the leader?
Commander?
Well, I suppose.
I'm in charge.
I've looked at those great walls all my life. Proud the humans. I'd like to get to know you. I'm sure the Claw would too. The sun is fading. Wherever you traveled from, our village is likely closer. Follow. We've got a fire for you to sit by.
Thank you.
We'll follow, but who are you?
Barbed Veil. Come. You can help us lead the journeykin to safety. But we must move quickly. unless you want to lose yourself in the woods. Our nights have been far darker. The Valraven watch.
Journeykin? You mean that wild animal?
Fascinating beasts they are. Came to us from far away. They need protectors.
It's enraged again?
Stay calm. Help it release that energy, just like last time.
Cast down the oppressors!
It's good.
Back me up!
It's good.
Come on.
As I told you, Outlander, the salve.
Interesting. Silent Lock, Spring-Hearted, Azure Windfall, and Barbed Veil. Huh.
Again, keep your voices stable. Help it relax.
What are you?
Now I will feast on their anguish.
Oh. Stop that.
Chill rising.
They're your friends.
Good, good.
I see what's about to happen.
Starting to think that it's enjoying this.
Let it release that energy.
Iron Legion, put your best into it! Ordnance incoming!
Come on.
The salve.
Jesus Christ. Harvest Den discovered.
Welcome.
Oh. Whoa. ArenaNet presents. Called it. Janthier Wilds.
And so close to camp. I was expecting a little more of a hike.
It's been a long while since we've let the outside in. Travelers avoid these lands, and for good reason. Not intentional isolation, that is. It isn't my story to tell, however, and we're nearing the pen.
A new mount all to my own.
Here, Commander. Use this to calm the beast.
What is it?
Food.
Feed Barbvale's concoction to the Warclaw to help it trust you.
Animals, especially feral ones, only know a life of hunting, fighting for their food. A kind interaction and a gift is sometimes all it needs to learn trust.
Trained for battle and siege warfare, the Warclaw knows no fear. Mastering the Warclaw will allow you to attach chains to gates and damage them in World vs. World.
A claw of the Coden that I've never heard of, huh?
Call me Stoic Alder.
We found them in the forest, defending themselves against this one.
Nice
I'm
gear.
glad you intervened before any lives were lost. Come, we should speak.
Probably.
As a delegate of the Tyrian Alliance, it's good to meet you, Stoic Alder.
Interesting. I never thought Tyria capable.
Trying.
Really, we've plenty to discuss. Come. The village welcomes you.
I'll tend to our friend.
They're giving me a World vs. World mount.
Stumbled into the kindest alcove in Janthir.
The Journeykin pens.
Seems we have
Fading Aurora.
visitors. Rather
What is there?
unexpected in our keep.
Graced by Fire, Bas
Welcome
Caldera,
to
Deft
Tyrian
Lahar,
Alliance.
Soaring Crest.
Tyria has allied. Amusing joke you play, leader.
I can see why they
Your
call you Rye.
skepticism is understandable. But given the severity of recent threats, Tyria needed to act fast. And unitarily.
Threats? Surely the strangers do not walk among all lands.
If you mean the creatures attacking from mist portals, I'm afraid so. We call them Cryptus.
Ah, mist portals. It's of the flesh stalkers that this alliance speaks. Yes. As foes, they proved fatal ones. Lives lost on your front as well, Jen.
Nice gear.
I'm afraid so. And allying proved the viable solution, finally.
Fear can be a supreme unifier, or divider, depending on how it is channeled. So, this is why you come to my hearth, with eyes carrying intention. A bid to join your alliance.
Who knows what other threats the mists might bring? Should that happen, we'll have strength in numbers.
I respect your good intentions, but need time to ponder its implications. for our own. For now, that is my decision. At this time, I extend our visitors the opportunity to speak with our council members.
Yes. Hello. What's your role in this council? I'm Deft Lahar, the Homestead Master. I oversee the building of all manner of things for our villages. Nice to meet you. Hail, fellow, and well met. Hello. What's your role on the council? You can call me Soaring Crest. I'm the Master of Agriculture on this council. Greetings. Hello. What's your role on the council? The council's hunting master, Vast Caldera. The Tyrian Alliance, you say? Interesting. Nice to meet you. What's your role on this council?
Grazed by fire, Journeykin Master. Apologies. My thoughts are occupied by council matters at the moment. If you find yourself with time to pass, my apprentice, Burning River, is out tending the village Journeykin.
Understood.
Tell him to give you some lessons at my request. They're fine creatures. I suspect you'll make fast friends.
Welcome to our village. What do you seek? What's your role in the council?
Why, hello there. Rai Lycan, humble lore master of the lowlands.
Ah, the bard. That explains the sarcasm.
Came to inhabit Janthir. We hailed from a sanctuary far in the north. In those times, we were led by two honored Coden. A claw
of Fang?
chosen by the people. Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also, Voice. She was chosen by Koda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of faith. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will our Claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south, to Janthir. Given time, some Coden found themselves called back by the will of Koda. A call they followed to Ur.
Jesus Christ, that's a...
Our forebearers remained. And it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary.
I'm not going to chuckle at the fact that he said forebears.
That's the speech I've prepared for the Cubs' annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed.
My, aren't you a spry adventurer? Coming out all this way. Welcome. Thank you. You could call me Wayfinder. What is your role in the council?
Fading Aurora, village healing master.
Council bear courtesy.
Bob Vale, who you first ran into, are two of our newest to don the master title. Though, judging by their expertise, one would suspect them seasoned veterans of their respective crafts. Additionally, Aurora has fast proved an upstanding mentor for my son.
Currently working on the fundamentals of herbalism.
Save some praise for yourself, Alder. The previous Claw would be proud to see how well you're faring in the position.
The Claw Aurora speaks of was my mother. Feels both long ago and as recent as yesterday that she stood where I do now.
Though a few claw lengths shorter. By my coming of age, she barely made it to my shoulders. But her presence was grand enough to fill the room.
A true leader of Coden. Many have noted the resemblance. See a bit of her in you both. Wayfinder, you find yourself in good company. Hope you can make yourself at home here.
I certainly appreciate the hospitality. Hello, outsider. Nice to meet you. What's your role in this council?
The role of Claw was taken. so I settled for a title more modest.
My son has some years before he claims such expertise, though his mind is sharp. Observing our council provides him practical education, instills discipline.
Boy Zero, son of Stoic Alter and Silken Weir. You?
Commander or Wayfinder. Wayfinder is probably more fitting these days.
A Wayfinder losing their way in our woods. And now Commander. That has a strong sound to it. But if you insist, lost your Wayfinder.
Seems our visitor also claims two names. We of the lowland drop formality with those we most respect. Right, Pokey?
Yes, Pa.
Leader, best we return to the planned agenda, pressing as it is.
Your concerns are sensible, graced by fire. Poised Darrow, I'm afraid our discussion shall prove as stuffy to our guests as the air in this hall. Show them around.
But we've only just... A fine idea. Best they enjoy the weather while it holds. Meet me outside when you're set.
Alliance, I deem you welcome visitors, for the time being. Feel free to acquaint yourselves with our town. Fortunate for you, the embers of our summer season burn brightest. May your time here pass well.
Funny that they release it in summer, huh?
All done.
I'll take that mastery point. Really? Interesting. Relic of Sorrow. Oh ho. I'll take those two. Oh, that was a lot of it. Ooh. That'll help. Welcome to the Lowland Shore. I should now have a bit more freedom to move. Enclosed is your yield for ongoing assignments. Ah, I got a shipment in the meantime. Nice. There's a fair bit to gather there.
That looks valuable.
I should probably figure out what I need to do with some of this stuff, because, oh boy, is it cluttering stuff up. Oh, updrafts. Stoic Alder's house. Great. Wait, did the Coden build us a house here? That's nifty. Gold Trim Journal. Life in the Lowlands. Read one of 4 books. Oh, there's a lot of books to find. Suppose that makes sense. I thought my creativity to be dull and rotted from an exhaustive cycle in self-doubt, my pen hand trembling over the paper at every attempt to overcome the cloud that fogged my vision. Where are you? I called to myself. A younger Goldclaw stands at a pier, and I, his muse, an established writer and absolutely magnificent, float in the opposite direction on a drifting raft. I watch as my hopeful younger aura fades into the fog. Kipo has rejected my latest manuscript, The Eternal Alchemy of My Heart, and instead has proposed I write a sequel to Destiny's Pledge. Is that what our world has fallen to? Is my novel work not exciting enough? Unripe, certainly, but I can't humor the thought, or I'll never scribe again. I've informed Kipo that I'm taking a writing retreat. me, myself, my thoughts, and a well-stocked collection of paper and smoked meats. We'll begin our journey in Divinity's Reach and march northward. Snargle Goldclaw. Oh boy. Oh boy, the fan fiction writer's at it again. Yes, the Tyrian equivalent of AO3 is on a mission. Sleep? Gladly. This bed is too soft. Right, the war claws. Oh my god, they're fucking adorable. They're adorable and I want in. They may snuggle me to death, but that is a death that I will accept. Oh yeah, what do they lead me into? 9 lives. Learn to reduce falling damage while riding the Warclaw. Fair. Jump in midair while riding Warclaw. Okay. Strike your enemies when dashing through them. Okay. Deal extra damage when riding the Warclaw, as well as how to stun and deal bonus defiance damage with spear skills. Right. Spear's a new weapon type. Endurance regeneration for all mounts. Ooh. That's cool. I'll take that boost. Guiding breath, keeper of the groove. Don't throw off the groove. A beehive. Empowered beehive. Lowland beehives mastery in the Lowland Coden mastery track. It's a thing I can use to do something somehow. Huh. Fading Aurora's house. Spoder. Dragonflies. There was one in the council chamber too, wasn't there? Bitter olive. Smiling fox. Another spoder. Sparkfly.
We should join the dance tonight, don't you think? I don't know. What if Twig is there? What if I trip? What if I trip and Twig sees me trip? Oh, who cares about Twig? And you won't trip. Not if I'm your dancing partner. Wow, you're the best dancer. I'd just get in your way. Shush, you. Let's go practice in the garden. Have your footwork up to speed in no time we will.
Huh. Chain pull. Throw a lance. Dash. Should probably consider letting that new build set up. Yeah, we'll get that right. We'll get the game right back in a second. Hello. I'm just letting the new build come in, so I'll be back in the game in just a moment. Perfect timing for me, huh? Just get started playing the game and they throw another build out for me. Say Levy. Thankfully it wasn't a big update, so should be good. Probably just a quick bug fix or something. do hope you've been enjoying your evening. I've certainly been, like, diving into the lore and everything as I've been going through this. Suppose best bet would be to talk to Boys
Here you have
there.
it, Harvest Den. Much to keep a newcomer occupied, especially this time of year. Have one last hurrah before the deep freeze sets in, then our time of torpor begins and things really slow down.
Oh, nice. Not so nice about the hangover, but good to see that there was fun to be had.
To show us around.
A wayfinder needs no chaperone, yes? You seem the type who'd rather blaze your own trail. Your friends, the flora and feline, make themselves at home already. Besides, if you need me, I'll be right here. Friend of mine plans to take part in the dance circle. Poor beast dances like his feet are forged from ore, but I'll be cheering for him nonetheless.
It's a little new X-Pack, but going back to finishing old achievements, that's fair. Honestly, at some point I need to start, like, leaning into the old stuff too, because this boy's got a lot of junk, a lot of extra detritus from all the stuff that I've put him through. Because this is the one character on my account that's been through literally the whole game from beginning to end. Don't want to rush through the new content and end up in Lion's Arch griping. Fair. I suppose there may be some time between things too. I had to circle back for a second though. Poised Arrow called them the flora and feline, and I'm just sitting here going, wait, that works too well. I hate how well that works. Also, I'd imagine that both of them would be ill-amused to hear those nicknames. I'm pretty sure that the Char don't like being called cats. So, when you think about it. Yeah, folks have some creative names in this game. The Flesh Stalkers. Oh, that sounds amazing. More Flesh Stalkers breached the mountain pass. A stench reached our noses as the first scream sounded. Something about the breeze told me that the rest of the world was quaking too. Surely we're not the only ones to endure these beasts. Oh. Are they talking about the zombies of Zaitan? The Risen? The new map is gorgeous. I've been having some fun with it thus far. When wind carried the smell of blood back to the Delta, my mind shot to the years prior. The frigid air that swept through the mountains, the lines of smoke billowing from bonfires on the horizon, and then the disappearance of those lines as each outpost was demolished by the ice spawn. The bearkin bodies stacked higher than the peat harvest. I surmise these folks have been through some stuff, TM. And again, they would have been witness to, you know, End of Dragons and what happened with Suwon.
You look like someone who doesn't mind getting a little soot on ya, eh? I've got plenty of ore here ready for smelting. It's tough work, but it helps keep this town running. What do you say? Or are you afraid to get your fancy clothes dirty?
Oh there, want to give us a hand refining ore? What do I have to do? Grab the ore and throw it in the furnace. From there, you'll want to use the bellows to melt away the impurities. Once you get a bar, toss it in that there crate and you're good to go. Mechanical hammer. Ah, spears. Right, that's a thing. Shut up, Malix.
Only if I'm already dead.
You smelted an ingot. Yay! Did it. Mechanical tool hammer. Some mechanical spear hammer. Hammer ingot. Ooh, a spear.
Hardly the worst I've seen. Maybe some real disaster crafters I have. You're downright adequate.
Disaster piece, you might say. Ta-da! Farming, smithing, sparring, and cooking. Huh. Getting to learn about these things is certainly an interesting thing. Eager sparrow and several Coden cubs. Hey there, outsider. You up for a game of hide and seek with some of us? Oh, God. Not right now. My soul hurts just thinking about it. Took this week off work for vacation to relax and play. So much vacation accumulated, the boss called me and asked if I wanted to use some. Nah. Yeah, I actually reached that point with sick days, funnily enough. Reached a point where my supervisor told me, like, your sick day PTO hours are, like, not being accrued because you've maxed out. So, you know, had to start taking some mental health days here and there or something. At this point, I do have enough saved up to go to MFF too, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh. Did the game, like, not come back? Crap. That's weird. Should be back. Unlimited accrual? Yeah, I kind of wish we did, but the way they do it is kind of weird. That's weird. What's going on here? Why is the game not back? Hang on, I gotta figure this out. Coming back here for a second. What the heck? Game, what are you doing? Are you gonna cooperate? Apparently not. What's going on here? What the heck? It's just not showing up. What the heck? Where did it go? Updated the patch and logged in. Okay. The game, I mean, the game itself is loading, but it's not showing up on stream. Which is weird. It should have picked right back up. Hold on. I'm gonna try a thing. It should have been perfectly fine, but for some reason, just decided to stop working. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Daemonum, Denizen. Enjoy your time. Provided I can get back into the game and actually have it show up on stream. Just sitting there, I think it was playing game audio, which was perfectly fine, but it wasn't showing the game itself, which seems really weird. There we go. Are you cooperating now, game? We have visual, we have audio. Looks like we're back in business. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, I believe I was talking about how my workplace accrues stuff. Yeah, it's a little weird. We have like 2 different PTO balances. One of which being on demand, which is the sick days, and then regular, which is vacation. And the way they have it set up is you can accrue 7 days worth of on demand, and then you can get a variable amount, depending on how long you've worked at the company, of regular PTO days, and you can accrue up to double that amount. So, like, I think for me, it's up to... Is it 9? No, is it like 15? Something like that? So I can accrue up to 30 days worth of PTO over time. I may be wrong on those numbers, but the concept is correct. Torpor Tavern. That's a name for a bar. You considered management? Nah, I'm a programmer. I'm a rank and file code monkey. I, in fact, get up, get coffee, go to job, and have boring meeting with boring manager Rob. Except, honestly, my manager is not that boring. He's a really chill dude. Right, they defaulted me to a different mount. Skyscale. I'd like to fly a little bit for now. Train controller. Positions are considered management. Nice. Congrats on that. Honestly, considering my situation, I could probably apply for senior dev, but I kind of don't want to. One of those rare, apparently, individuals that don't want to climb the corporate ladder all the way to the top. I just kind of want to chill. Just want to have, like, a job. Because the job is not something that I dedicate my life to, hence why I do this. This is a hobby that brings me some peace after a long work day. And I certainly hope that I can extend that peace to the people that are watching. Echoes of night sightings. Every nameless creature I've encountered from the ashen peaks of the north to the edge of the Queen's Wall, I've tried my best at giving each an appropriate title. 8th day of the springtime current, my 23rd waymark, joined Pete gathering today. One of the other teams came rushing towards us with clammy fur. Apparently they heard whispers beneath the murk, rattled enough that we called off the harvest until tomorrow's first light. Second day of the Crimson Horizon, my 23rd waymark. Caught a glimpse of what looked like a golden wolf during my hunt this morning. Chased it as far south as I was comfortable treading, but I lost sight of it. More observation needed, but I'm keen on calling it the Golden Howler. 18th day of the Bitter Wind, my 24th waymark. Okay. I saw it just across the clearing, part troll, part crow. Talons the size of a cub. Flew off before I could pursue it. I'm calling it the Crow-Footed Skulker. 21st day of springtime, my 33rd waymark. That's a bit of a jump. Whispers of a four-legged creature with long eel-like hair wandering through the shallow parts of the bay. No sightings myself, but I promptly called it the eel-haired lurker. Creative. 10th day of Burning Sun, my 35th. Crow-Footed Skulkers returned, this time in the uplands, shocked that the journeykin didn't chase it away. 12th day of Burning Sun, my 35th. The village shoreline is covered in large, thick feathers, the color of a starless sky. Not Valraven. Whatever these came from is much larger. 12th day of the Burning Sun, 35th waymark, stirred awake by a strange scraping sounds on top of my homestead. Off from one end of the roof to the other. Would this be the Skulker again? Huh. That feels like foreshadowing. Ooh, honey cider. That sounds good. Troll tots sound amazing, they do. A great thirst for honey cider. I'm parched. Here you go.
Decent, even.
Honey cider and troll tots, huh? Aww. Look at that. Cute. Let's see what I can do. It's honey cider. Ah, woof. Valraven stew. Basilisk bowl.
Greetings there, visitor. A grand time you choose to drop by. What with the harvest in full swing? Fine music, fine sport, and finest of all, the food.
I hear you, dude.
Say, give me a hand in the kitchen helping fill these empty stomachs. It'll give you a taste of the harvest firsthand.
Sure, what do I need to do? There's a book that lists out all the recipes for the necessary dishes. Find out what the bearkin want and toss the ingredients from the recipe into the cauldron. How do I know if I've got the recipe right? If you get it right, you'll have a dish worthy of serving the bearkin at the table. If not, well, watch out. The cauldron can get a bit testy and explode. Good to know. Basilisk bowl. Fish fillet, herbs, eggs, cabbage.
Hound you to death and beyond.
Herbs, eggs,
Enough of your
cabbage.
I'm not impressed.
Fish fillet, herbs, eggs, cabbage. Well, here's the fish. Can I just put them in any order? Herbs. Eggs, cabbage. My cabbages! Like where's the fish fillet? Put out here? Nope. Red meat is not a fish fillet. Where the heck's the fish? Those are grubs. Is that a compost pile? Eh? Aha! Finch. Finch. That was kind of a gross sound. Basilisk. I think you wanted the basilisk? No. You wanted Valraven. You wanted basilisk.
Oh, pretty good.
Huh. What recipe would you like to make? Valraven stew. Cooked meat, tomato, pumpkin, carrot. So I need tomato and carrot. You with a face, have this. Cultural culinary. Ah. Okay. So I need to make troll tots and roast mutton. Troll tots. Cabbage, fruit, honey, carrot. Wait, what? Whether you've learned the tongue of trolls or not, this recipe will have you speaking their language. Given to us from a member of their tribe, this pairing of fresh fruits and vegetables with honey as a binding agent and sweetener will leave even the most sated kitten coming back for more. Cabbage, fruit, honey, carrot. Cabbage. Carrot. Fruit. So now the other question is, do I know where the honey is? Just a smackerel will do. Oh, God. Where's the honey? Where does one, in fact, get honey for cooking? Honey cider is upstairs. That is not honey. Hmm? Herbs, there's tomatoes. Fruit. The one thing I'm missing is honey. Where the hell are the bears hiding the honey? Gotta have some. They're bears.
Can't hold me forever.
Oh, shut up, Malix.
As long as I need to.
That's not it. There's no way those. Where's the honey? Damn it, Pooh, where's the honey? That's the fish prep area. You have to have something, right? The heck? I've been all around creation. Where is the damn honey? That was a tomato. I somehow grabbed meat through the wall.
Eat my dust!
Huh. Interesting. I mean, I guess I can try. The worst that happens is it explodes. Seems like a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it. Dang it. So that's not correct. Overheating. Huh. That's frustrating. Wait. Pause, champ. I think I found it. Got it.
Eat my dust!
Da-da-da. You with the face have this.
Pretty good.
This here's a tough crowd to please.
I need to do roast mutton. Roast mutant. Need to find a villager that wants to eat it. Basilisk bowl. Ballraven stew. Roast mutton. Meat, tomato, herb, egg. Should I be worried that the cooking pot is firing off bottle rockets? I'm probably overthinking it. Consume.
One more thing for my list of accomplishments.
Tiered round hearts. Ooh. Interesting. Some additional rewards and potent changes in the areas. You gain local trust over time. Tiered hearts. Guiding breath. Harvest and renown mastery. And a bonus chest. Curious lowland honeycomb. Soon to add 5 Ursus Oblige. Ursus Oblige. Interesting. Oh, hey, Dagonet. Ryliken's house. Letter from Dagonet. As an expression of trust and good faith, the Tyrian Alliance would like to gift the village of Harvest Den with a collection of books from cultures across Tyria. Each volume should paint a unique image of the various societies that make up the Alliance. Our hope is that you will accept this gesture as a kind introduction, as you share your culture with our advocates. We would like to return the hospitality and share ours. Firstborn Dagonet. Admirable. From Pirate to Pilot by Captain Ivan. Oh, Ivan.
What makes a man, or more? Ivan has pondered this much after his misadventures of Cantha. I've seen fantastical places, done battle with impossible beasts, stared my own reflections in the face, and lost the person I cared for most. But in turn, I've gained new perspective, new purpose, and new friends to support me in this new chapter. Perhaps the last kindness my former captain gifted me. Ivan had not always known this kindness. Life in the Moletariat was not the ideological paradise I was raised to believe. Instead of unified collective action to benefit the vulnerable, opportunists clawed for support and power over and over, only to change their tune afterward. Which isn't to say we didn't have our successes. But as I grew older, I saw our movement was as much born of hatred as it was of liberation and communion. Hatred for our ancient Stone Summit taskmasters boiled over into hatred for all dwarves, and then outsiders of all kinds before turning inward towards our own people. I hold most of the movement's core tenets close to my mind and heart. It's what led me to the Aetherblades. Ivan longed. I craved for community again. Family. I was fortunate that they had use for my skills, skeptical as they were at first. A dredge navigator, and a good one at that. They had their laughs now and then, but they were singing a different tune after I steered them clear of Krokatorik's rampage through the mists. The mist changed many of us, some for the worst. Afterward, Cantha felt like a potential fresh start, but many of our crews had other plans. Somehow, I'd stumbled goggles first into the custody of one of our old foes from the Scarlet days, the famed Pack Commander. The storied slayer of dragons, gods, liches, you name it, they've probably killed it. Ivan thought, this is it. This is the end of the line. Ivan was wrong.
Ivan. Ravaging of the Jade Runner, Chapter 7. Cursed Day arrived like any other. After 3 days at sea, the crew were eager to spot the silhouette of Quan Jun on the horizon near sundown, at the zenith of the festivities following the holy ceremony. While I was but a simple cabin girl, Captain Arya was keen on letting me join the crew for the celebration this year. The 2 other ships in our convoy were equally as excited, shooting off the odd firecracker while shouting some blasphemous prayer to Dwayna. Hey, Kurgan, welcome on in. Hope the evening finds you well. Some blasphemous prayer to Dwayna, were she the listening kind. I remember the moment as clearly as the Giala shallows that day. Novtus reported a strange cloud on the horizon, foul magic in the air. Next, the sails caved in reverse. I remembered the harrowed look of the captain's eyes, the cracking of the wooden masts as the anguished wail of Shiro's foul spirit rode the cursed gale from the shattered temple. Before I could blink, First Mate Dolus had me lashed and tied off near the back of the boat, quickly doing the same for himself. Thinking from Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, sorry, I'm playing the better MMO. Let's open that can of worms, shall we? Arya's voice roared above the din of the wind. All hands brace, she cried, for what good it did. One of the luckier ships, we were mid-trough, you see. Our hull cracked and splintered as sea's water froze solid. The mast snapped and fell, crushing the helmsman before he could move, much less scream. I watched as massive fissures cut across the waters nearby, as towering gouts of mist were carried on green winds expelled from the solid depths below. Entire shelves of what once seawater rose and sank as the world around us was rent asunder. One of the other ships in the convoy, the Salted Spray, was caught out on a crest ahead of us, shearing it in half as a hand might snap a fistful of dry, long noodles. They'd not been as prepared, half their crew already drunk before what should have been a rancorous evening of delights. Third ship similarly fared worse in the crest behind us. Kid! You alright? Got it good enough to stand? I remember Dolus saying with urgency, his hands clasping the sides of my head, wiping away either tears or what little of the sea remained. I don't recall. I could only nod in my concussed state. He turned around, reaching for the helping hand of the captain, slowly rising to his feet. The only clamor to be heard now were the cries of survivors amidst the wreckages, now shattered against the haunting stillness of the silent surf. I mean, what can I say? Final Fantasy XIV did the same to me. Dragon Parentage and
I
Family.
achieve things. I'm an achiever.
Lore Master's Library. Ooh. Cool. Ah, that's nice. They have ways to kind of categorize those. Draconology and a New Cycle by explorer Kurt Bengtson. The more personal facets of Ciri's dragonkind have long been wrapped in mystery. In my brief conversations with the elder prismatic dragon Aurene shortly after the Dragon Void crisis in Cantha, she admitted that despite her ascension, she was only a couple years short of a decade. With her consent, I was allowed to ask some more personal questions. Launching right into the thick of it, I asked Aurene whether she and her brother Vlast were part of Glint's only clutch of eggs. Despite the memories imprinted by the time of her hatching, or later uncovered by her gleaning of the scrying pool, Aurene was ultimately unsure. Historical records of encounters with Glint allude to her having had more than 2 eggs. What happened to the rest of them has been lost in the annals of history. But as forgotten and exalted records to note, Glint's clutch was created and protected for the purpose of eventually deposing and replacing the Elder Dragons. Timey 27. Aurene found this detail poignant as she described her brief and final conversations with Suwon, and the regret she'd expressed with regards to their raising, having created the other Elder Dragons as tools to serve some cosmic purpose without much thought to how that would affect them, and how they would later connect, or not, with other living beings. There's been much discourse over whether all dragons can create their own eggs and then suffuse them with enough magic for a hatchling to form. All experts in the field agree Elder Dragons and their direct offspring are seemingly set apart from the rest of dragonkind, all possessing the ability to shape and create life with the power to outmatch the human gods. That Glint was freed by the Forgotten and then able to sow the seeds of her Elder family's downfall was nothing short of a miracle. The specifics of Elder Dragon parentage are still conjecture at best, though. By Aurene's account, her grandsire expressed some amount of remorse for having killed her, and possibly her mother. It's unclear if Kralkatorrik was driven entirely by the early coalescing effects of the Dragon Void, or if he was also guided by visions of his own. Always knowing he and his offspring would have to die for Aurene to ascend. What is most interesting is that Kralkatorrik's capacity for empathy, connection, and resonance, albeit rudimentary and corruptible, was a constant through line from Suwon down to his own offspring, something not witnessed in his siblings. Timey 53. I played since Alpha, because shit. When it came out, no shit, before they destroyed the world and remade. No, I was in A Realm Reborn. Yeah, like A Realm Reborn, it just didn't grip me, and the monthly fee thing definitely dissuades me from several MMOs because then it changes from a game to a job in my brain. Because, like, I will say, like, when Lion's Arch was destroyed by Scarlet, I was online when it happened. Oh, dude. That's amazing. I actually, unfortunately, missed that because, like, the funny thing is that I was away from this game for, like, 8 years. I played it when the beta was going. I played it when the open beta first was out. And I stepped away from it for a fair period of time. And when I came back, I was like, you know, I've never actually played through the storyline of the game. And, well, cue this character. And they let us back in after I was attacked. The devastation was terrible. Oh my god. That's interesting.
I would.
Whee.
That'll do for now. Thank you. patience. You, I sense, are cut from a different cloth.
I will say that, like,
Soaring Crest, farming master.
from what I understand, one of the things that went wrong with the original Final Fantasy XIV was that, like, the big event that led to A Realm Reborn was so powerful that it killed their servers. And because nobody was there to actually finish the event because the servers were fucked up, the game basically defaulted to the failure scenario, and people didn't like that, which is why people were heavily critical of the first part, like the first rendition of Final Fantasy XIV. So then they effectively used that, wrote A Realm Reborn, and then that's what we have now. Remember the old Twilight episodes where the guy I loved to read and the world got destroyed, and he was, yeah, I know that one. That's a good example. Uh-oh. Well, I found page 2 of Snargle Goldtooth's journal. Or Snargle Goldclaw, rather. God. This guy. I stumbled upon the most bewitching alcove in the forest, tucked between roaring aqueous falls and trees that pierce the heavens. And my hosts, they... Oh my, what souls they are. A village of Coden, hidden just beyond the gaze of divinity's reach. Quite a small village, although the size means nothing when the heart is true. My hosts seemed quite quizzical about my presence at first, but their leader, Stoic Alder, stoic indeed, assured me that I was more than welcome to rest in their den, and rest I have. The views are seductive, their hot springs melt away the soreness of muscles, leaving one numb but weightless. The sense of danger is just enough to make my walks between homesteads at night titillating. The embrace of the rugged wilderness is what my soul desired, and I embrace it right back. Ah, Snargle. As I stated earlier, the AO3 of Tyria is on the move. Guild 2 have crafting and gathering? Yeah, they do. The gathering doesn't have leveling, but the crafting does. Just assistant tending the crop. Sure, what can I do to help? Some of the crops are infested with insects. Unfortunately, unlike the others, these can't be cleansed by peaceful means. They eat into the crop wholly, destroying it from within. Just burn the infested crops to prevent the spread. Grab a torch from the bonfire and use it on the ailing ones. Be careful not to burn the healthy crops. Oh yeah, case in point. This is a gathering point. There's a lot of them on this section of the map, actually. There's several herbs like that. Herbs and taproots. So what am I lighting on fire? Gathering isn't as tedious, I guess. That's true. Game will automatically sort it for you and deposit it in your bank. Yeah, that's true too. Really useful. Aha. Found you.
That feels good.
Poke. Poke. They show up elsewhere, or is it just in the corn? Yeah, it's definitely got some stuff going for it. At the very least. Aha! Not getting away from me, little jerks. Burn, heretics. Who else wants some?
Chill rising.
So they turned off servers for maintenance, always come in live patches. Amazing how yeah, I'm actually kind of interested in that. The map rotation is kind of cool too. Like they have moments where they want to condense down the server so they're not using as much. So they'll incentivize you to do that by giving you an experience boost if you voluntarily shift maps. I'm just waiting to get my spot to appear to the wrong stuff. To get the wrong stuff, not just one mining spot, but two of them. Yikes. That's unfortunate. Oh, did I look through this spot? Oops. Oh, there goes my torch. Neat. Poke. Oh. Poke. Yeah, I should get the pine saplings. Stolen pine log. That is a new one. For me, at least. You got level 100 ones, the max collectible rating 4 of each, and you 98 ones. Oh god. Oh! Wait a minute. Yeah! That's... Oh, that's really funny. So earlier I was in a mission and we walked up to the edge of the water, like over in this lower right hand corner, and our character said, I wonder where that water will lead us. Found it. Oh, yeah. Sorry for missing the question. Right, should go talk to Guiding Breath. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what they've got going here. Very helpful you are. Very helpful. You have our thanks. Please, take some time to yourself for rest of leisure. Can you let me know how I'm doing? Your progress. 2. Gain favor with the Lowlanders to grow your friendship. Wait, what? Did they give me? Not that I could see. Huh. Interesting. Oh yeah, I have a Gift of Amnitas. Just kind of clunking around in my inventory. I can take a quick second to actually move the inventory. Yeah. I mean, a large portion of that is because, like I said before, I guided this particular character through the entire game beginning to end. So, you know, you kind of gather a bunch of detritus when you do that sort of stuff. honestly, I'm going to Thousand Seas Pavilion for a reason. Gonna see if I can't free up some space. If I can remember things to put away. Honestly, I could probably just destroy that Orichalcum pick because I don't need it. Can't sell it. Inventory's nuts. Worse than cleaning house at home sometimes. Yeah. Especially when you're a hoarder like me. That I can store because I can't really use it anyway. Probably some stuff I should break down too. That I can store for later. I already know the Sigil of Demon Slaying, so we'll see what I can do with that later. Medallions the Soldier, I have so many of those. Bloodstone Dust, Note to Arena. Could be safely discarded after acquiring. Sure. I'll buy that. Makes me WoW PTSD. Admittedly. Some of these things are like elements of a long like item line that I should get into at some point. Serix Stas. I should look at and deal with the Serix stuff. But WoW before Pandaria was released. I played WoW for a bit. I think the thing that got me about it was that, like, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn like as many of the skills as I could, but the game definitely does not give you the money to do that, which got frustrating after a while. Or at least it didn't when I played. They might have changed that, maybe. It was like, if you want me to play a class, then let me, you know, effectively play it. I was kind of before the thought of builds and such was a thing in my brain, to be fair. Alright, let's take a look at some stuff. For starters, there was some junk items I could salvage. Somewhere in here. A lot in here that it's allowing me to salvage. It's kind of funny. I could have sworn there was like straps or something that I could do. The other thing I could do while I'm at it, sell junk. Sell junk. The other thing I wanted to show off before I get too far in my cups here, the material storage, where they will just store all the gathering materials that you have just automatically. And in order to just auto deposit to that, you can just click this button and everything that's a material in your inventory that you have space for will just automatically go here. I have, you know, a bit of a collection. Not an exhaustive collection, but a bit. At one point, I took like all of my food ingredients and sold them on the market because I haven't really gotten that much into cooking. But all the other crafting things I've done. I'm going back to when the Dragon expansion came out but Final Fantasy XIV spoiled me so much of being able to teleport freely. Not needing to have your character face the mob to attack him. I mean, landing some stuff is kind of interesting, but honestly, the combat systems between 14 and Guild Wars 2 are not that different. They both have the don't stand in the fire dummy callouts for one. That people continue to ignore, myself included, because sometimes you just can't get out of the way in time. Serix rifle, Serix greatsword, Serix shield, Serix longbow, Berserker shattered sword, yes. Elonian horn, Serix axe, Sarek sword. Valkyrie Eagle Eye torch. Apprentice. There they are. Hard leather straps. I was looking for you earlier. Valkyrie Edge Eye sword. Sarek's short bow. Valkyrie Eagle Eye dagger. Mystic Forge stones I can put away. Just use that. Don't want this, so I can destroy it. Item booster. I know, sacrilege. Such as Sarek's staff. Description of the Spear Marshal. Sarek's staff. A master. Berserker Shattered Staff. What else you got in here? Berserker Scallywag Greaves of the Traveler. Apprentice Coat. I have a whole bunch of these relics and I have yet to use one of them. Stormwind. I went to WoW last year for receiving a 7-day pass from Blizzard. Went in Lions or Stormwind. Said to chat, this game sucks. Go War 2 is so much better. Surrounded by over level 100 somethings, all cursing me out. Oh jeez. Just a moment of trolling the WoW players. Trying to get a friend to leave WoW and play 14. She's not a fan of Final Fantasy in general. Maybe you should try to convince her to play Guild Wars 2, Kerrigan. Nah. She won't. Look, man, I had to try, damn it. Yeah, well, so is Guild Wars. Wait, no. Can't really say that, can I? I mean, I can, but it wouldn't be accurate. Then again, Guild Wars 2 has been running for a while. I suppose you could call that stubborn.
I chose you.
Oh, wait, I have how many of the... Oh, shit. It's dawning on me how much extra stuff I have in here. Whoops. I'm gonna go with whoops. Rift Hunter Heavy Shoulders. You... All the relics, I think I'm just gonna try to cluster. Rift Hunter Heavy Helm. What the heck? That's a lion's share of the stuff that I was looking to use. Dire Marauder Mask of the Eagle.
Nice gear.
May as well. The greens and blues, I don't know what I'm gonna do with, honestly. Could either sell them or just immediately burn them. ESO also? Huh. I don't know why, but as much as I try getting into it, I can't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, we're all talking about games that like we try but can only get into to varying degrees. All the joking and ribbing aside. I can't research kit any of these, can I? No, it has to be stuff you made, right? Which I think is kind of a weird flex, but okay. Use it. Already have the skin. Pretty sure I'm going to have all the skins for those. Doesn't really matter to me. That I've unlocked. Is it actually better? Flower Vitality Frosty. Not really. Like, the power is better, but I kind of like the precision and Condi damage. Arrived who broke the alarm clock in my crib. That's a good question. I'd be interested in knowing how they got in there for research purposes. Hey, Severin, walk on in. Hope evening finds you well. Berserker Scallywag Greaves of the Traveler. That's just worse than what I'm using. I can technically use staves, but I don't want to. Because it's not the moveset that I want to use for this guy. Six staff, again. Same problem. Skins are unlocked. That one isn't, though. Unlock skin. Cool. Shattered weapons. Horn of Maguma, purchasing them from traders. Oh!
What do you need?
Eagle-Eye Dagger, Eagle-Eye Shortbow. No, it's not better than what I'm using, unfortunately. Need exotics for that. Sinister Shortbow. Straps, Sark's Rifle. I don't have the skin for that. So get it.
One more thing for my list of accomplishments.
Ooh. Cool. I reached a tier. Da, 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 da. Great sword, shield, longbows, the shattered sword. Yes, shattered sword I don't have. Skin collecting. It's definitely gonna suck today. Honestly, taking a moment for a mental break, but getting into the latest expansion pack for Guild Wars 2.
What do you need?
I see the pattern at last.
The Isles of Janthier is the name of the latest expansion pack, and oh boy, it's been interesting so far. The place is really pretty. All right, let's sell some stuff that I don't need. My short bow, Citrus staff, Scallywag Greaves the Traveler, Marauder Mask the Eagle, Rogue Pants of Divinity. Third time's the charm. Finding the Sky Shards and getting all the guild books. No, thanks. Cleric's Iron Dagger of Agony. Softwood Scepter of Perception. Rogue Pants of Citadel. Becoming a Necromancer, so it's time for celebration. I mean, I've dabbled. But no, I'm talking about weapon skins for Fashion Wars. You know, I had to find the opportunity to melt everybody else's graphics cards into a heap of slag. I'll wait to sell that for a second. It's another 3 gold to collect, though. That's fun. Oh, how do I solve a problem like this? Wait a minute. Wow. So much of that just didn't sell. What the heck? Huh. There are no sales entries for these? Weird.
Now I shall break you.
I love the salvage-o-matic.
You can never have too much treasure.
Free to add me in GW 2. I don't know if all this hook up sometime and play. Fair. I'll consider it. Certainly. Actually. Heck with it. Let's see if... I missed the letter. I think I got it. See how that goes. Hopefully that works out.
Not bad. For
Look good representing yourself, but only a sensible necromancer takes time to look good.
You acknowledge I've done things now.
Fair.
That looks valuable.
So now that I've done the salvaging and I've got like some materials, I click on the button and poof, they go into storage. That said, the blues and greens I don't really think I care much about. I could either salvage them or sell them. We'll salvage 250 unidentified pieces of armor. Look at it go.
That looks valuable.
God, that is so much essence of luck. Essence of luck. Gonna gather all those up for the sake of it. Meantime, I also got all of these materials. Neat. So much so that I actually have extra silk scraps to sell now. And mithril ore for that matter. I have way too much mithril ore. Jackpot, yep. I'll take 75 silver. I don't want to sell the inscription of the spear marshal because I think I actually need that to make some good gear. Get the correct item from the first spot, not wait for the second. That's fun. So we've got 58 10 lux, 250 10 lux. That's a lot of luck. 54 50s, 2 100s, and 4 200s. It's a lot of extra work. Or a lot of extra luck. Always good to have surplus of mats. Yep. 122% magic find. 123 magic find. Oh, now if I could get my gold find to get up there. Wish you could sell piles of bloodstone dust, but then again, nobody needs them. There's so fucking much of it. You eat dragonite ore. I haven't been getting my hands on for a bit. You, I can just destroy because I don't need that. You go there. I have never really used the blueprints before. Anyway, clearing up some inventory space aside, I think I can get back into the game proper. Let's go. And while I'm at it, take my nightly medicine because I need to. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. Mini stoic alder, oh god. Relic of Rivers, gain alacrity and regeneration at the end of your dodge roll. Ooh, I like that relic. Lowland Coden expertise takes effect immediately. Gain a stack of expertise for 24 hours. Each stack gives additive bonuses: 10 experience, karma, gold, additional unique map material from Coden caches, fury when directly striking an enemy with the Warclaw's battle maul, and gain collectible coins from Coden caches. Titan plate heavy breastplate. What are these? Research notes. One of these days I'm gonna have to farm a bunch of those. Apparently. Find Rift motivation. Are there rifts around here? I suppose. I haven't really gotten too far into the storyline yet. That might be slightly spoilery, but hey. Oh wow, waypoints even look different here. Cool, love it. All right, let's go talk to Keith. provided I can find her.
So you're a plant person? Can you make your own food? Do animals
Just
graze
pop up
on
random. You have to keep searching. for
Making
them.
friends already, Keith?
Delightful, aren't they? What I love about children is their shamelessly charming lack of tact.
Willow, focus. We're training, not harassing newcomers.
But how pretty she is! I love her flowers best of all.
How sweet. These were a gift from a very dear friend. A dragon friend.
There's a dragon here as well?
I'm afraid we're on this adventure without her. She's resting. And she's more than earned it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Have not, Willow. Back to your sets.
Could complete these with my eyes closed. Now this newcomer looks like a fine sparring match for you, Swift Rapids.
Never trained with spears before.
Really? Bet you'd take to it naturally.
Are they going to give me a
My
spear?
sparring partner, Mists of Dawn. She'll help you get a feel for it. Most Coden train in spears before they can talk. Though some prefer to exercise their jabbering jaws.
Gabrielle.
Thank you for letting us watch.
Talk to Miss Dawn about obtaining a spear. Yay. Please, yes. Oh, Silent Locke is fighting, apparently. Here to learn about the spear, eh, outsider? If you think you can handle it, you'll need to earn the right, just like any cub here. Like the cubs, huh? You must earn it. Fight. Help out around the Delta and observe how others use the spear. In time, it will be yours. Once you've done this, return and show me your mastery against these targets. Give it a go. Lowland Coden Mastery. Learn to fight with a spear on land and survive in Janthir's lowland Coden do. Jesus, that was a slip. I've unlocked Lowland Coden Mastery track. Cool. Lowland Coden. Spear training. Ready to train. Let's go. Wait, do I have what I need? Yeah, I had the points for it. Cool.
How about a test of strength, Outlander? When my guard's up,
Skill rising.
head-on attacks don't always land, so get creative.
That feels good.
Hey, Wayfinder! Janthir is wild terrain.
Hmm.
You must prepare for the unexpected.
Heh. Y'all having fun in there? I'm currently cleaning up, prepping the arena. Time for the next event, 2 minutes. Crap. So, how do they expect me to do? Really hasn't been anything to fight in the area.
Our claw is tough, but he no longer needs
Train the Kodan Spear Training Mastery. Do they expect me to do sparring for it, or do they expect me to go all over the place?
Please keep all mounts out of the stands.
Aww.
They get plenty grubby already. Don't need muddy tracks in wayward dropping, soiling them further.
Oh, come on. My Skyscale's potty trained. Spiteful, but potty trained. Hell with it. Wait a minute. I'll take that. Nah. Bandit Dragon required landing zone. Be responsible. Fine. Sounds like a hassle, but fine. Tell you what, though, I am in fact tempted to keep playing, though I can't, sadly. Once 9 o'clock lands, I'll have to adjourn. But this has been fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And I will be continuing the storyline run on stream, so if I do play Guild Wars 2 beyond that, it'll be playing other characters and not touching this. The only time you see me touching this is live on this channel, so probably next Wednesday, for starters. I will continue. Oh.
Final showdown. Ready your roars for the spear master herself.
Uh-oh.
The sharply striking Barbed Veil.
Dramatic, though accurate. I'll start with Claw and Bang to keep this fight fair. Provide a challenge, I'll up the ante.
Oh no.
Shockingly, Barbed Veil sets her spear aside. This will be a
Well, I'm already scared. Eep?
That feels good.
Cast down the oppressors!
That's how I do it.
Bad timing.
Eat my dust. Getting hotter.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Nope.
don't have enough energy.
Freedom must be earned, not given.
Playing Guild Wars 2 ESO player market is going through the depression currently. Thinking of making time for G-Dub. Well, let me know if you're playing sometime. Reach out to me and I'll see if I have time to join in.
Signal the citadel.
Nope. Getting away from that. Yeah.
Now that's a combo. Iron Legion, put your best into it.
You stop that.
Good.
Well, thankfully she didn't grab me.
I'm failing quick.
That went better than I expected.
Blood Legion, see it. Back me up. Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Title of Spearmaster for my sharp sense of style.
Well, here we go.
Let's see you hold your own against the That's
good.
Ah.
I chose you.
Oh no. Enjoy the combo field, folks.
Refreshing.
Nah, I'm good. Ew. She threw a bunch of sticky white stuff everywhere. Well, I should know. Heads up, I won't be able to do any of the DLC stuff. Fair. I mean, base game is its own thing. Ah! You stop that. Leave me alone. I bruise like a peach. Okay, fine. Be that way. Oh, no! Go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Please, God, don't kill me!
Strong.
Thank you!
Back me up!
Eat my dust.
Leave me alone. Oh no. Ow.
Feel the burn. Refreshing. That went better than I expected. That feels good.
Ash Legions, fall in!
Ow. Dang it.
Excruciating? A new pattern revealed.
Time for a revolution!
Jesus, this is a hell of a fight.
Cast down the oppressors!
Sharper still.
Aha!
That feels good.
We can do this. We're getting there. It's interesting, as dangerous as this fight has been, she hasn't really downed anybody that I can see yet. I'd like to not be the statistic for that.
Refreshing.
Hey, there we go. Yippee!
Don't move a muscle. We'll be back. A powerhouse of pugilism
Sip coffee.
and politics.
Sip.
Thanks to all who participated in this harvest test of mine.
Cool. Well, that was fun. And it netted me a little bit of experience. Just the tiniest little chunk. Is there anything else I can do to gain experience around here? Who do I have to kill to get some XP around here? Oh, did I never did this, huh? Oops. Vista time. Look, they're not corpses if they're still alive and moving. They're if they're undead and moving. Or dead and not moving. Technically, they're carcasses if they're alive and moving. Whee! Ooh, an insight. I see you. I'll take that. Ta-da! Pokey's Purge. Aw, it's cute.
My little cubs. Who can tell me the story of the claw that led his bearkin away from the dragon storm?
Huh.
Oh, me. I can.
Go ahead, Restless One. Tell us your tale.
Oh, it's mithril ore. I do not want that. Already had too much of that.
All by himself.
Well, not all by himself. He had the help of his
And then I
mage
got
and the
some.
voice. He loved her a lot.
Is that a pine sapling? No, cypress. Oh, Coda and cash. Need a key to open this. Well, damn it. Well, heck. Ooh, honey flowers.
You can never have too
Pouch,
much
which gave me a glacial core. Holy shit. That's a drop. Oh. The Moot. The Dreamer, Frostfang, and the Predator. I'll save that for later. Deposit those. I'll have a think about it. I have relics. I should figure out which one I should use. Like, none of them seemed particularly useful for this character. It's the unfortunate point. Autumn's Veil. Champion Valraven. Oh, God. Wait, there's a champion Valraven out there? Where? Ugh. Oh, it's way over there. There's no way I'm getting to it in time. Hey, River Dress. Well, technically I can do that to get the experience for the mastery, but I'm sure as hell not going to be getting it before 9 o'clock. Whee! Elite Drake Matriarch. Oh, hey, there you are.
Good.
I'm helping! Ta-da. That helps. Ooh, rare unidentified gear. Cool.
An unfamiliar place.
Nearby events, repair fishing nets, set Valraven traps, turn in lowland shorefish, and drive off hostile creatures.
Not a crap catch. Pretty good, even for you. What'd you do? Drive over?
Visioner.
Oh, you know my spear paw. Quick as a journey can sleep. Ha! Was all sorts of silly. You see,
Got the Wayfinder's help, did you? You want to help me?
Oops.
Prep needs to start, well, now.
Don't care you.
Skin, gut, salt, and dry. In that order. Fish are going sour real fast these days. So let's get to work.
Skin, gut, salt. How do?
Studying
Crawfish.
fast. Gotta skin them first.
Skin.
Next, scoop out the guts and bones. All we want is flesh.
Splorch.
To make them last as long as possible, we'll need a good salt bath.
Salting station.
Then you hang them up to dry.
Finch.
Seen worse. That knife work will get easier each go.
Finch. Skinning. Do the bear people have puns? So are they hard to bear or unbearable? Maybe both. Possibly both. I know they like to talk about their forebears. I wonder if that's as impressive as their forefathers. I wonder if their forefathers get to hear about their forebears very often. Wish I had forefathers. These days I don't even have one. I certainly don't have any bears either. Sad. I suppose, depending on how you think about it, my designation would kind of fall in the bear territory, wouldn't it? Have the Finch.
Rod is
Hey, Champion Valraven again.
Gotta skin them first.
See if I can't reach the
Next, scoop out the guts and bones.
that Champion Valraven to fight it. Other people are fighting it at the time.
To make them last as long as possible, they'll need a good salt bath.
Not to bear that in mind. Sound a little overbearing. Wait, what? Did I not let it salt? I didn't let it salt. Shit. That's unfortunate.
Then you hang them up to dry.
Oh, I had like a minute to win it, huh?
We prep, the less we waste.
Okay, I'm working. Living proof of the right to bear arms. I mean, yeah, they got 2 of them. Each. But, you know, all this knowledge is my cross to bear.
Oh, that smells something awful. Better hurry up. Rob's taking this back already.
Got him.
Eat my dust.
Salt them. Dry them. Yeet the fish. Hey, it's all the better I'm going to be able to do for now. Where's that Champion Valraven? Is it still? It's still all the way over there. Oh damn. It's all the way up this mountain. Good lord. Ta-da! I did an event. It did things. XP. Across the bear, hopefully it doesn't leave scars in your bare skin. Yeah, that'd be unfortunate. Oh yeah, ley line. You're the Champion Valraven? You are the Champion Valraven, aren't you? What the hell is that event? Ooh, it's a long time to say goodbye. Oh, Raven. How gross have people been? They haven't been gross. Somebody's advertising a guild. See if anybody on the map wants to champion Valraven. In the meantime, those sound like they're teaching you the bare necessities of their life. Indeed. Thankfully, they weren't overbearing.
Bring the thunder!
Just teaching me the bare essentials.
To kill rising.
God, I'm really gonna have to have you along for the Persona 4 playthrough. Aha! Someone's here. Oh no, he blocks it. Oh, that's actually clever.
That looks good.
Leave me alone. Stop evading. The motor cup called the Barenstein. Oh god. Is that a plush dragon? That's a plush dragon. That's cute. Stop blocking and die.
Back me up! Iron Legion, put your backs into it!
Raging Basilisk. This is Baron's thing. Yeah, that's that's the issue.
That looks good.
Rocket punch!
Come on.
Armored up.
Actually, come to think of it, I wonder. Can I get away with this? Holy shit, I actually kind of can. That was cool. Kill it! Kill it! Oh, that sounds familiar. Ta-da!
Eat my dust.
Champion defeated. Okay. Champion rampaging basilisk to the north. Oh yeah, mastery insight. I'll take that. Show for the Persona stream, but last time I got you, chat. I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's what we wind up. It's my cross to bear. I'll go back to that joke.
Hey, out here to take care of that beast?
Oh, that's a champion.
Got an eyeball liable to turn you into a boulder.
The boulder's conflicted.
Feel strong. be sure you tether it with your journeykin. If you can stop that thing, well, you're a better hunter than me. Now, get to it, before every creature in the grasslands turns to gravel.
That fits good.
People not going after this champion? That's unfortunate. Because it'd be cool if they did. But I do happen to be here for it.
That fits good.
Sit down. There is no way I can take that thing alone. Champions are not meant to be soloed. As far as I know. Well, that having been said, I'm probably gonna have to adjourn for the night soon. I'm out. Boing! Boing! Huh, well, that's unfortunate. Peace, we out. Boing! Excuse me. Bonking is good for my soul. I skip a mushroom? I must have. Well, now I'm up here again. Where there is in fact a champion Valraven. God damn it. It's like they just keep coming back. I'd explain why people aren't going after them as much. They're just frequent things to fight. Valraven traps, shorefish. What do you think it's gonna do? Participate in nearby events, repair fishing nets. Where are the fishing nets to fix?
Nicest of them yet.
Cast down the oppressors!
Blorp. Oops. Fish bucket. Get back here, you little shit.
On to the next challenge.
I'll take it.
Watch it now. There's a stir in the water and I don't trust it.
Oh, these events are on like really quick timers.
But it's gonna turn the shoreline to fish.
I actually kind of like.
I'll get these to the fishing lodge. You take care of our friend here.
I'm good with that. Honestly, it's kind of nice. It's pretty quick to get these masteries too. All things considered. All right. I think with that, however, I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night and bring us back here. So, thank you everybody for joining me in the adventure for the evening. I certainly hope you've enjoyed your time. And as always, if you have, don't forget to follow along and spread the word. I always hope to grow the community, and I certainly hope it's been fun to watch me dive into a new expansion pack and, you know, be starry-eyed in the process. I am on Twitter. I save my VODs up to YouTube for safekeeping. I'm on a Discord server. I have a host of social medias. Links to those are in the bio under the stream, as well as the wonderfully dense socials command that Kurgan used earlier, which gives you everything everywhere all at once. Nice to have met you as well. Have a good night. To those who chat, I appreciate you. To those who lurk, I appreciate you. And to those who watch the VODs, I appreciate you. And I certainly hope that I can see you here live someday should the opportunity ever arise. Now, with that, I'm going to go ahead and find us a raid target, though tonight is probably going to be a little atypical, considering the fact that there is, in fact, a drops event going on for this. I was thinking that it would be a good idea to pass on to somebody else playing Guild Wars 2, as opposed to looking at my usual list. That having been said, considering these are folks that I don't know personally, it's going to be a little tough to vet who I'm going to. So please bear that in mind. That said, ooh, Zeffy, interesting. I mean, I'm slightly biased. I see fellow furries and I'm like, How long has Zeffy been running? Sound the horns, ready the army. You know. Okay, I think we can go to this person most likely. Let's see here. Hypers. Here is our raid message for the evening, folks. Feel free to copy it up and paste it down as we make our way over to Zeffy Sleepy. Wonderful looking bean. Oh, they're wearing a jigsaw necklace. See, that's cute. Okay. If you don't have access to my emotes, of course, feel free to use whatever you've got access to. It's not about putting my face all over it. It's about spreading the love moving forward. Now, the raid has been created. It appears to be in order. The doors are open. The portal is shining in the distance. And I'll say to you all once more, be you denizens, be you hunters, be you visitors, thank you for joining me here again in Daemona Marina. Now, let's go greet another, shall we? Take care out there, and try to be a light in the darkness when you can be.